Okay, quick music disclaimer here. I do not own the rights to this music, which belongs to the rightful owner, who is the intoxicating mind of Dr. Frankenstein. So he made my intro and my outro, and I hope you guys enjoy. Check them out on Spotify and YouTube, and no copyright infringement is intended. Have a good day.
Clear choice of good versus evil, of right versus wrong.
Twisted Tales.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Alright, welcome back to Twisted Tales, folks. So today, I have some awesome guests, and it's the Trusting Evil podcast.
Hi!
Hi. So, I did a collab with these guys long ago, and I figured I was overdue. So, I guess we'll do another one.
Yeah, we do say it a lot, don't we? It's finding the time, though, isn't it? Because
there's a 7-hour difference between us.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 hours is a fucking big difference.
Yeah. And last time, my van broke down. So I've still not fixed it.
So it's so good you're such a chill dude, Chris, because we've messed you around so much. So thank you for having us.
Yeah, Sam did think you were going to tell us to fuck off.
Yeah, I do.
No, thanks for giving me the case to work on. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Well, Bryony kind of wanted to cover this case, and then you mentioned it, and she was like, yeah, because...
It makes me sad.
Yeah.
It's such a sad case. It's the first case I really remember as a kid. Being like, oh my God, this happened.
Yeah. It was big in England, wasn't it? It was a
yeah,
really
we were
big
only
thing.
young.
Yeah. Was it 90... What year was it, Chris?
93?
Yeah.
Yeah, for how old were we then?
4, 5, 6, 7.
7, and I remember it. But I don't think I remember it when it happened, though. I must have watched something.
Yeah, because there's... have you seen it, Chris? The video of the little boy being walked away.
Yep.
That was just played and played.
Constant,
it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine. Well, it was a big case, right? Like, it rarely happens, but I mean, it fucking did. And
Yeah, it's really sad.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
But the case that we're going to talk about, we're going to cover little James Patrick Bulger. So, as they were saying, tale goes that he was abducted by a couple of kids that were a little older than him, and they abused him as they took him from a shopping center, and they walked him to some train tracks, and then this is where they beat him to death. And that's terrible.
It was cruel.
Yeah,
there are no words, are there?
And we've got to remember, he was a baby. He was like 2 years old.
Yeah.
He was just a little baby. And can you imagine them, like, obviously walking off of him, and I could just imagine this little baby just thinking, like, oh yeah, these look, you know,
what do they
look up
say?
to older people.
Come and
don't
get
they?
some sweets or something. He thinks he's going to this wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And they should have been at school anyway. Like, what the fuck weren't they at school?
I don't know.
I know. And they were quite young to be skipping school when you think about it.
Yeah, they were both 10.
Yeah, it's really young to not be going to school.
It's very young to do stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah. They should be locked away for life. I think they should never be out. Sorry to go off on a little bit of a tangent, but it is like everywhere. You kill a child, you maybe get 10 years, right? But then you kill an adult, sometimes you're looking at like 25 years. It's just like, it's like a child's life is
less important.
Yeah.
The whole law systems, they're fucking crazy.
I know, ours are really bad.
Terrible.
Ours aren't much better here in Canada either.
No.
Are they not?
No, not really.
Oh,
People get fucking slap on the wrist for crazier shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but you sell some drugs, you're in prison for ages.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry, you carry on now, sorry.
That's all good. Now, James's mutilated body was found on a railway line 2.5 miles or 4 kilometers away in Walton. Now, mutilated, meaning the body was disfigured or maimed. So, when something's mutilated, it's often harmed in such a way that it's no longer recognizable. And to be maimed means to suffer a serious permanent physical injury, often involving the loss or disfigurement of a bodily part, such as like a limb or like your head or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Now that place we were talking about is Walton. So this is an area of Liverpool in Merseyside, England, and it lies north of Enfield and east of Bootle and Orrell Park. So it's like a large residential area there.
You know, some bits are like they really live in poverty as well. Not that makes you any less than, or you know, it doesn't make you a murderer, but I think when you do live in poverty and stuff, skipping school and that is just more common.
Mm-hmm.
And the things you see growing up, and we not that I'm sticking up for these two boys, but we don't know what their lives were like really beforehand.
I know they were a little bit rough and shit, but I mean, one kid had it better than the other guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You just don't know what their lives were like really, what they saw, you know, older kids. They were probably I imagine they were probably hanging around with older kids.
Yeah. Or just like, you know, taking the fucking day off school and shit. Because, I mean, these guys, like, they played hooky all the time, too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, this whole case is just fucking terrible. Like, it's a fucking tragedy, right? Like,
I know. And that I just can't even imagine being little James's mum. Like, just the thought of that happening to your child just must be, it must just eat you up inside.
oh, definitely, man. Like, it's a case that still gets talked about today, right?
Yeah.
Even with all the details and everything, like, this is going to be a rough case because we're going to go into full detail on this, right? So,
Yeah, I think you need to, because I think people really need to understand how awful these boys are.
because this one we're going to talk about, like, child murder and everything in between. So,
Yeah.
now, this crazy incident occurred on February 12th of 1993 up in Kirby, England. Now, James's parents were Ralph and Denise Bulger, and during their lives, they previously lost a daughter. She was stillborn, so that sucks. I mean, you know, trying to have a baby and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's stillborn. Yeah, that must be awful in itself, mustn't it?
Terrible.
Now, stillborn baby is a fetus that has died in the womb at or after 20 weeks of pregnancy, but before or during birth, so resulting in like a baby born with no signs of life. The causes of stillbirth actually vary, but can include placental problems, genetic or birth defects, maternal illness, stuff like that, right? Or whatever happens, like complications during labor and stuff. Just a devastating pregnancy loss, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially at 20 weeks, because like you say, they're a real baby then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not that they're not a real baby, but you know, they're fully developed. Yeah.
But when they had James, he was just a perfect picture of health. You know, bundle of joy and all that. He had big blue eyes, light brown hair, and just a happy-go-lucky attitude. I mean, he was just a child.
It was so cute, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Such a cute baby.
Always smiling, making his parents laugh, stuff like that, right? I mean, the parents just adored him. Both were very loving and attentive. So, tale goes here that little James had wandered off from his mother and was led outside by two slightly older children. Now, little James was just 2 years old when he was murdered by these boys.
No, I just don't know how they could do it.
It's why, isn't it?
And the thing is as well, like I said before we even started, like, you know, was one influenced by the other? Let's just say they were. At any point, they could have stopped it or gone and got help or something, but they chose to participate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have changed their mind a million times.
It's just very odd, isn't it? It's just... How did they come to that?
Don't know.
How did you get to that conversation? Like, should we go in town and...
I can't see it was a conversation. I do think it was by chance. Like,
Yeah.
it was all just happened to... He happened to be there. They happened to decide to take him. And then once they took him, it was just like, you know...
Maybe it was like you said, one of them really had the thought and pushed it, and the other one was just like, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Chris?
I think that, like, I think that maybe it was, like, a little bit of both of them, right? Like, the other guy's just saying he was less involved and stuff.
Yeah. But how can you be less involved? You just can't.
No, you're there, aren't you?
Yeah.
They could have changed their mind, too. I mean, this was like a whole 2.5 mile walk, you know? I mean, it's a very long way, especially for a small child. Much of it was actually uphill. Like, no kid, 2-year-old wants to walk uphill.
No, 2.5 miles, absolutely not.
No.
And also, as well, they've wandered him off away from his mum. I can imagine, as soon as they left that shopping centre, that baby's thinking, hold on a minute, where's my mum?
Yeah.
Yeah. They actually took him across, like, a bunch of horrendous junctions, too. Like, junctions are like, what do you call it? Like a point where streets or highways cross or meet.
Yeah, like busy. Yeah, like a highway for you guys, like a busy road, basically.
Yep. So, where he was abducted from was the Strand Shopping Centre up in Bootle, England. So, this was, like, shortly before his 3rd birthday. I mean, the kid wasn't even 3.
No, he was a baby. He walked like a baby, like he was
Proper
a baby.
toddy, wasn't he? He was a toddler. Like,
Yeah.
I still count toddlers as babies. They're little then.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
I just don't... I say this all the time with every case, but I just don't get it.
No, you can't work it out because you can't get inside their head to think, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Bootle is actually a port town in northwest of England. Now, historically, it's part of Lancashire. Bootle's proximity is like to the Irish Sea and the industrial city of Liverpool to the south and stuff like that, right? It had a rapid grow in the 1800s too. So just a little bit about that.
I'm going to be really picky, Chris. Lancashire.
Lancashire?
Lancashire.
What did he say?
We don't say shires, we say sheer.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's part of Lancashire.
Yeah, there you go. You got it, kiddo.
Perfect. I'm sure I'll fuck up something else.
Now, it's hard though, isn't it? Because I do this all the time. It's really difficult because you say it, it's obviously how it's spelled, and
How
you're
it's
like, I know
spelled,
it's wrong.
You say it phonetically, don't you?
Yeah. It's because we've all got a share, Lancashire, yeah.
Yeah, it's Worcestershire. You guys struggle with Worcestershire sauce, don't you?
Yeah, I struggle with that often.
Think shear, like shearing sheep. Shear.
Okay.
I'll never forget it when I went to America and we were asking for tomato ketchup and no one knew what we were talking about. Or
Really?
tomato sauce, that's basically what we were asking for. No one knew what we were talking about because they just call it ketchup. And we're like, oh yeah, of course.
Jesus.
Go on, carry on.
Sorry, Chris, I will be less picky.
It's fine. Now, like I said, his parents are father Ralph and mother Denise Fergus, or Denise Bulger. Now, Denise had always lived in the Liverpool area. Both sides grew up with like a really big family, and everyone just loved James, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mother says that he was a very bubbly child, loved dancing to Michael Jackson videos and just making people laugh, right? He was an awesome kid.
Oh, that's so cute.
Well, she said that he didn't walk anywhere. He'd just run into your arms with a big smile on his face, man.
I've seen quite a few interviews with his mum over the years, and that poor woman is all I can say. That poor woman.
I know.
James was born in Merseyside, England on February 12th of 1993. And the ones that did this whole terrible thing were one Robert Thompson and Jon Venables. So Venables and Thompson were just children themselves, I believe. They were both 10 years old when they abducted James from the shopping center.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Like, why would you just, all of a sudden think, like, hey, I'm going to take this kid from the shopping center? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Like, why? Why?
In my head, I wonder, like, did they just take him on a whim and then not really know what to do with him?
Or did they plan it and go looking?
Yeah,
Like,
or did they think, well, we can't give him back, we're going to get in trouble. So then they thought, like, not...
have to kill him.
Yeah, that's what I would like to believe, because it just... Like, it's just... You just don't want to think...
That somebody would do that just
plan
because.
it, yeah, and be like, yeah, let's go and take him and do what we did to him. But then you look at what they did do to him and you think... Oh, you just can't justify it.
No.
No.
I think, I don't know about the other one, but Jon Venables, he's very calculated, which makes me think. But then he was 10. So,
Yeah, but it doesn't matter though. You look at, I'm listening to a podcast now. I can't remember what serial killer it is. It will come to me. But anyway, he said from when he was young, he was like 7 years old or something, and his mum's ring got stuck in the sofa, and she was like panicking, asking for help, and he was like, the feeling of her panicking, like I loved that feeling. Something like inside me
makes him feel alive.
Yeah. So from a young age, he knew that he liked that sort of stuff. So I think I think if you're that way inclined, I feel like you're probably born that way. Or like
Well, they do say, don't they, nature or nurture. However, I think it's both.
100% it's both.
Yeah.
Well, they were actually planning to steal a kid that day too, because they actually they were trying to steal a kid from their mother earlier on in the day too.
Yeah, and I just wonder, was that their plan all along? It's got to have been, hasn't
It
it?
has to have been, yeah. I think so. I think he'd been doing stuff, little bits and bobs, you know, like building it
Building
up.
out. That's what I was saying just a minute ago. Sam went out the room. Really sorry. I thought I was saying just a minute ago that we don't know really what their life was like beforehand.
No.
Like, we don't know what they saw. Like, it is rough where they live. Like, Liverpool is rough, let's face it. You know.
Well, to be fair, I went to Liverpool a couple of years ago, and it is lovely in the the city bit. The second you get out of it, I didn't feel safe.
No.
And I've never felt like that in England before.
No, yeah. It's the same in London and things like that, though, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure there were a lot of people that didn't feel safe when all that was going on too, right? Like all the kids
Well,
and
could you
stuff.
imagine? You could, yeah. And the thing is as well, even if these 10-year-olds, people are still going to be like, they couldn't have done it. It's got to have been someone else
Someone
who couldn't
else,
have done
10,
it.
yeah.
There's still someone out there.
So, Venables here was born on August 13th in 1982 up in Liverpool, England, UK. Robert Thompson was born on August 23rd of 82, and he was the fifth of 7 children. Now, a little bit about the family here. Thompson's father abandoned the family just 5 years before the Bulger murder, which in turn left him and his mom, Anne, totally devastated, right? Like something you never get fucking over.
Yeah. And back in the 80s, it wasn't good to be a single mum and divorced and all that.
Yeah, totally different times. Now, because of this, she actually turned to alcohol, spiraled into depression, and anyone who drinks actually to excess knows that alcohol is just a fucking depressant, right? And with her,
I think it's drinking for that knockout, aren't you? Just go to sleep and just not know anything.
And, like, was she an angry drunk? Probably, she was probably very bitter. So I wonder, like, she was probably very bitter that he'd left her. So was...
That's a lot of kids as well.
Yeah, man, on your own as well.
So I imagine he probably didn't get a lot of attention in that growing up with a single mother and 7 kids.
No.
Fuck no.
No.
Yeah, and because like she was so depressed and everything there, more so with the alcohol, she actually tried to take her own life with an overdose.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's got to take its toll on like your kids, right?
Yeah, I mean she's obviously got some mental health issues going on.
Yeah. Well, actually, like both boys had parents who separated too. I mean, like I said, it could be very hard on kids, right? You know, sometimes young children may think that they caused a separation, or they might not understand like certain reasons and stuff for the separation.
Yeah.
They can confuse that, or, you know, thinking the parent is actually like leaving them permanently and shit like that.
This is it. And if the father just abandoned them, obviously probably didn't have any contact with them, then, you know, as a young boy as well, it must be awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it'll definitely make them feel sad, confused, or worried, different shit like that.
And like you said, Chris, they do take it on themselves. It's like, well, he's left me, so what have I done wrong, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Like I said, I'm not okaying what they did, but you can kind of see how they got there.
If you could see how anyone got to
No, but no. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like you could sort of see. Well, they don't think like they should be thinking.
Yeah, their lives were like that must have been
hectic.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Now, the shopping center that he was abducted from had opened its doors back in, I believe, 1968. So it had 500 plus parking, 2 floors, and over 130 stores. This is actually located at 112 Mons Square. Hope I said that right.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's like the one thing I'll say properly.
Nah, you're doing alright.
You're doing good, love.
Just your Lancashire.
Yeah, Lancashire.
Lancashire.
Well,
So, the site that now occupies like the whole shopping center here was actually formerly a bunch of like Victorian houses and stuff in streets that were named after American states. So, like Victorian houses just generally means like any house that was built during the reign of Queen Victoria. So obviously she ruled with an iron fist and reigned for like 63 years and 216 days. So this was from June 20th of 1837 to January 22nd of 1901. So
pretty impressive though, isn't it?
oh hell yeah.
Oh, she wasn't giving up that title, was she? She was not giving it up.
She had a lot going on. I'm not saying all of it was good, but she had a lot going on.
So despite all the hype and shit that surrounded the whole investment in the city center, like, you travel, like, a little bit north of the Albert Dock, and then, poverty hits fucking hard, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're, like, more poor than others and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like being in 2 completely different places.
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
It's crazy how it's, like, not so far away, right? But, I mean, it's the same thing here.
Yeah, that's it. You get it anyway, don't you?
We've got it, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just...
Sam lives in a mansion. And I live in a little poverty-stricken house.
Okay.
So, a little bit about Merseyside. It's a place well known for its rich cultural heritage, amazing waterfront views, and just a very welcoming community here. And it has a bunch of, like, football clubs and shit.
Yeah, we're very big on football.
Big on football over here. Massive.
Is that like actual football, or are you talking about soccer?
No, actual football.
Actual football. It's every Sunday they'll be on all the fields that we've got, like older guys playing football, living their dreams.
Yeah, thinking I wish I could be Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
The only really footballer I know.
It's getting slower every time they go.
Yeah.
So the whole place is Metropolitan County in northwestern England, situated on both sides of the lower reaches of the River Mersey, and it has a population of over 1.4 million people, give or take. It's actually one of the most densely populated areas of the UK.
I did not know that.
No, I didn't
You're
either.
teaching me about my country, Chris.
Oh, you're welcome, even though I'm not from there. So, it has a bunch of rich history and stuff, like a number of like historic buildings, landmarks.
Also,
this
the
includes,
Beatles. If you go to Liverpool, Beatles everywhere.
Oh, that's why you went there.
It is, yeah.
Oh, God.
the Beatles.
The Beatles. I went to Paul McCartney's house. It was wonderful.
Did you? Was he there?
The Beatles. Yeah, everybody likes the Beatles, I guess.
Oh, I love the Beatles.
Do they? I don't think I do.
Sacrilege.
I'm not a fan.
Oh my
See, it's all
lord.
coming out now.
Oh my god. I'm so heartbroken.
So they have different landmarks. They have like the Liverpool Cathedral, the Royal Liver Building, and Albert Dock. That's another cool spot to check out, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's lovely there. It is very nice. That is the sort of, I guess, the poshy area.
Okay, cool. So during the 1960s here, Bootle underwent a major regeneration, had the shopping center, all that, redevelopment efforts and shit. So this whole thing was supposed to be built like top notch for the surrounding community. So construction work for the mall actually started in 1965 with the demolition of existing residential dwellings, and the whole thing started sometime around July of that year. But it took a couple years anyway, but the Strand opened up on October 4th, 1968. This is by the mayor of Bootle, Alderman Oliver Ellis. So, good guy. Now, on opening day, there were actually over 60 shops that were open among, like, all the larger stores and shit here. And, you know, it was pretty cool.
It was big. I can remember when our time got a makeover, everyone was like, wow. That kind of stuff does, for whatever reason, it's big.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's got to be, like, a wicked big lore to the city, right? The whole new shopping center and shit.
Yeah.
So, the entire retail floor area here, it's like 407,000 square feet. It's got 2 floors and over 500 parking spots and stuff. You know, customers, staff, they got to fucking park somewhere, right?
Yeah, right.
Now, it also has trains that can take you to and from the place of business, too, and that's actually called the Isle of Man Steam Railway.
I didn't know that, actually. That's new to me. I didn't know that.
It's actually the longest narrow gauge steam line in Britain that actually still uses its original locomotives and carriages and shit.
No.
Good for them.
Yeah, I love that.
So the whole 3-foot narrow railway was actually opened back in the year 1873. It runs through the island's countryside between the island's capital and other ranges of destinations in the south, and it was founded back in 1870. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So the length of the whole current line is actually 15.5 miles. The ride actually takes 1 hour for a full journey, and it stops 11 times throughout the way.
Yeah, that's why it takes an hour.
Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes up the road.
It's like, oh, we gotta stop here. You know?
Yeah, literally. Oh, no one's here, but I'm going to stop anyway.
Yeah, wait 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So the line actually still uses the whole original steam locomotives and shit, and some of those are well over 150 years old, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's cool when you think about it. Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not into trains or anything like that, but if one like that goes past, I'm going to look.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Definitely, I'm going to stand there and watch it go.
Yeah.
So, on that day, James and his mom headed over to the shopping center just to go do some shopping, pick up a few things, and look around. Now, they ended up going with one of Denise's girlfriends who stopped by because she asked her if she wanted to go. So, they headed to the Strand Shopping Center, parking up and everything, right?
Yeah.
So, I assume that parking up means the same thing it does over here, hey, go park the car and stuff.
Yeah, it will do.
Usually, when they build shopping centres and that, they do a car park next to it, don't they?
Yeah, normally it's bigger than the shopping centre.
Yeah.
So, I actually fucking looked that up, too, so... In the UK, parking up is actually a phrasal verb meaning to park a vehicle somewhere for a period of time, such as stopping and park your car for a while, go into a shop. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but you do sometimes, though, because it bugs you out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, James's mom had a list of what she needed. So, she went to the mall with a woman named Nicola. That was her brother Paul's fiancée. They also had her brother John's little girl, Vanessa, with them. So...
There was 2 kids there, then?
Yeah, there was James and that Vanessa one.
I didn't know
I
that.
completely forgot about that, or I didn't know it, one of the two.
I didn't know. I can't. It's so hard. When I said I wanted to do this case, I don't think I could have done it.
No.
I don't know why. I feel like there's that connection there. It's just like a fear
Like you said,
thing.
because it's one of the first ones that you actually took notice
Yeah.
of.
So I didn't know there was 2 children there.
No.
Yeah, it was just a wicked close family, too.
Yeah.
Nicola was actually looking after Vanessa for the day because, they were all just dashing around and shit like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, everything was cool. The kids were in a good mood and everything, right? So, I mean, hey, let's go to the mall while they're in a good mood. They're not going to get tired and stuff.
And I used to do that with my little girl, not so much with my little boy, but my little girl. There was a couple of us, and we used to go in town, pretty much 3-4 times a week, just to walk around the shop.
Yeah.
You take the kids, get them lunch or whatever. It was just something to do.
Yeah. And you do spend time with them that way, I think.
Yeah.
They'll open up to you because they're not looking at you and they'll say random things and you're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
So once they all got to the shopping center here, I mean, it was just jam-packed with people, right? James was like running among the crowd here, just running up, running back, playing a little ways ahead. But I mean, he would always come back to his mom, right? Then they'd hold on to her hand. But, he would just run like maybe a yard ahead or two or something like that. Just go see the sights. He was always where she could see him, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, our shopping centres, I don't know about yours, but like you'll have like the main bit where it's fairly big. You normally have two sides. So the middle bit where there's nothing, you normally have two sides. And it's quite a big open space. So to have them running stuff, I feel like as long as you can see them, you know where they are, they're right there.
That's what I always say. Stay where I can see you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, my mom said the same thing too.
Yeah.
I remember I hid like underneath this like clothing rack or something there, and she couldn't find me.
My son did that, and I literally was going frantic. And then the guy wasn't helping me. I just looked at him, and I was like, "Close the fucking doors!" Because I thought, like, if he's not gone out, like if he's here, but has he gone out? Like, you didn't know what to do. I wanted them to close the door so I could go out and see if he was out there. But if he was inside, I was panicking like fucking. He popped his head out from like a clothes rack. Yeah.
But yeah, like this whole place was just fucking used by a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Just an extremely busy spot for people to go buy their items, So the mother and son had to hit up a few stores that day here. So Denise took James into some shops like a clothing retailer. This was called Mark and Spencer.
Yeah.
Marks and Spencer. We call it Marks and Sparks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And there was a supermarket called Tesco before they headed off to the butcher's there.
Yeah, we still got Tesco's.
That's awesome. So the very last stop of the day was A.R. Tim's Butcher Shop. It's actually located on the lower floor section. Obviously, it's a popular little shop here. Had a nice big sign out front. Freshly sliced bacon, cured meats, freezers, and specialties and shit like that.
Yeah.
Now, the mother was headed here to buy some lamb chops. I guess that's a big thing out there, eh?
It was, yeah, they're expensive now, but back in the day they were sort of middle class. You had a lamb chop for tea and some mashed potato.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, lamb chops here are fucking expensive.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Well, we get it all from, like, New Zealand and shit like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You know, it's, you're having a posh meal if you buy lamb.
Oh, I've got lamb for tea tomorrow.
Oh, wonderful, darling.
Yeah.
Check you out.
Fucking high society.
No, don't pay too much.
Exactly, I'll come to your house for tea.
So, yeah, actually, they were having this to actually go with some tea for the family, company that were coming over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think today, actually, A.R. Tim's no longer exists. Actually, the bottom of the lower floor of the Strand is now known as, Charity Row, I believe.
Oh, I can imagine it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's due to, like, some traders, referencing, like, the number of donation shops and shit, intersped with, like, bookmakers and, like, slots arcades and shit. All that stuff was down there, so, like, everybody would just fuck off from school and, go play arcade games and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, even, like, when they were shopping, like, James got a little bit restless here. I mean, he was running around a bit,
But it is boring if your mum and your auntie are putting on clothes and, da-da-da-da. Little kids get bored, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's a little boy as well, isn't he? Like,
Well, I mean, like, he was good, but, like, then he was kind of, like, reaching the end of his patience, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
2 years old, he's probably tired as well.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, he's got, like, little legs and all that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just time for him to go home, play with his toys, have some tea and stuff or whatever. I guess the parents would have tea. I mean, can't give a 2-year-old tea, can you?
Yeah,
It depends what tea you mean, isn't it? Because if you go home and you're having tea, that usually means, like, your evening meal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And if he's 2, he would be eating solid food, for sure.
Yeah.
I reckon he was having lamb chops. I do. I think you would. I would have cut some off.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, like he would get back home, he'd get his bath, pajamas, bed, same
Yeah.
routine that he had every night, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Now his mother later mentioned that there was nothing more that I loved than tucking him up at bedtime, knowing he was safe and cozy. They only had like a 1-bedroom place, but James had a little bed at the side of theirs, and she said that that was totally fine by me, as I like to have him close.
Yeah, I did. Maisie slept in her cot in with me. She had her own room. I just didn't put her in there till she was probably over 2. I loved her being in my room.
And you're right, like bedtime, sometimes it's a pain in the ass because you do it every night, but there is something special about bedtime with the kids, isn't there?
And you don't get many years of doing it.
No. Not at all. Like, my kids are older now and I miss it.
Yeah, you don't do bedtime now.
No.
You shout at them.
Yeah, and like once he's running around getting tired and shit, like once kids hit that wall of boredom, like you pretty much have no chance of getting shit done, right?
Yeah, exactly. Game over, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So like her final visit was that butcher shop there because she had plans of going home right after.
Mm-hmm.
So this is approximately about 3:40 p.m. on February 12th. So while she was in A.R. Tim's butcher shop, this is on the lower floor, Denise momentarily let go of James's hand just to pay for meat from the butcher. She let him go just to pay for the order. He was standing directly beside her. And then she's momentarily distracted, takes her eyes off James, and she later mentioned that he was right there by my left thigh. And then I smiled at him, pulled my bag from my shoulder, took out my purse, went to get the money, and then, as I snapped open the clasp, she paid for her meat. Once the transaction was done, he was gone, nowhere to be seen.
That's it.
I mean, you can't imagine that fear, like that fear when I lost my son. Oh my God, my heart was just, it was fucking horrible.
You can't explain it, can you?
No, and you don't know what to do for the best. You don't know, you're
running around like a headless chicken.
Yeah, your head's all over the place. And what I find as well is, nobody really wants to help you because you're a bit hysterical.
Yeah.
People think you're a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Now, once she noticed that he was gone, she immediately looked over to the fridge cabinet. She expected him to be playing with Nicola and Vanessa, but he wasn't there. So she shouted, "Where's James?" And nobody knew, right?
Yeah.
When just a moment before this, she had been telling James to stand still. The butcher shop is just a very small little shop.
Oh, they're all little, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've got quite big back rooms, but the actual butcher room's usually very small.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, there wasn't much, like, space for him to get up to mischief or anything, right?
No.
But, like, he was just dancing around a little bit. She said that, I remember clearly that I was by the counter, he was running around in circles, and Nicola was in the corner by the fridge with Vanessa.
Right.
He was laughing, having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
She told him to come over, stand by me, and then I held onto his hand, and then the man wrapped up the meat, chatted to me a moment, and he was very friendly. He said hello to James before telling me what I owed him, and this was the last thing I remember. I let go of James's hand, and then looked at him, and she said, "Just stand right there by me. Don't move, okay?" And that's it. But unbeknownst to her, that Thompson kid in Venables had approached Bulger, took him by the hand, and then led him out of the shopping center, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's just how quick it can happen.
So quick. And I bet his mum just is filled with guilt. Like, she must be racked with, like, oh, I just can't, my brain can't.
I hope by now she's had a lot of counselling and she's not filled with guilt. I don't know how you couldn't be. Not that she's done anything wrong, it's just the fact that
it's your kid.
It's your child, and you were there. But at the same time, I hope that she's not filled with guilt.
Mm. She doesn't deserve it.
Mm.
No, not at all. Now, Venables and them, those two kids actually skipped school that day. So this is also known as called playing hooky.
Yeah.
What's it called? What did you say it's called?
Hooky.
That used to be what it's called, actually. We call it mitching now.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So these two little fuckers were wandering around from shop to shop, stealing anything that they could get their hands on. Like, I think they took, like, blue model paint, some candy, some batteries, and like those little troll dolls with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all the rage.
They were
weren't
the
they?
rage, them with the crystals in their bellies.
Oh, I remember I had some. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Now, like I said before, there just a quick thing here that James Bulger was actually not the first child that the pair tried to abduct. There was a first child here that nearly became a victim.
So that does indicate that, they planned this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is actually inside the TJ Hughes department store, where a woman noticed that two boys were trying to get her kid's attention, and then moments later, her 3-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son were missing.
Oh my
Now,
God.
the mother quickly found the daughter and everything, but there was no sign of her son. So she asked her daughter where he'd gone, and she just said, gone outside with the boy. Now, the woman began calling for her son, ran outside, and this is where she found Venables and Thompson, who quickly tried to, play the potential kidnapping off.
Just messing around. Thing is, you'd believe it because they're 10.
Did she say anything to anyone after this? I wonder if she did.
It might have came up after, the whole police investigation.
Yeah, but I mean, straight away. Because, like Sam said, you would think, oh, they're only young, they're only messing about,
They weren't going to go and kill him.
No, yeah, so, I mean, would you say anything to anyone or not? I just don't know.
No, you'd probably go home and tell your hubby or whatever, but would you tell any staff at the mall? No, probably not.
No.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy, right? I mean, the whole reason for them doing this, it pretty much still remains unclear to this day, as to why Venables and Thompson decided to steal somebody's kid in the first place.
Yeah.
Now, soon after the whole aborted abduction here, Venables and Thompson were lording around a little snack kiosk, just stealing candy and shit, and this is where they noticed James Bulger by the door of the butcher shop. So, he was with his mom, momentarily distracted, so they kind of waved him over and shit, right? Got the toddler to go with them.
Yeah, you imagine they've got sweets, they've got those little, those little doll things, they would have showed him that.
And they're young. Little kids trust kids,
Yeah, yeah, you would have been like, oh, wow, yeah, cool, sweets, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely lured him over there with, that, showing him shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So when that happened, Venables then took him by the hand, and James was guided out all the way through the mall, and then out the door. I don't know, it's just, I find it kind of fucked up that they literally skipped school, look for a kid to kill. I mean, that's just all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah, I just want to say that wasn't their intentions, but the fact that I didn't know they tried to steal a kid before, so the fact that they'd done that, it makes them look even worse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the one that was with Denise, Nicola, she told her not to worry, that he'd probably just be playing outside the shop somewhere.
Yeah, and I'd be saying that to my friend if it was the same situation, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So she got to the doorway, stopped, she looked left, right, and then left again, and the place was just packed. I mean, there were so many people. She remembers that she couldn't see a thing and didn't know which way he would have gone.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
She ran out, she searched on the ground floor, through a whole bunch of people, right? Just freaking out.
Yeah.
Frantic, looking for her son through a whole shitload of shoppers, right?
Yeah.
And there was a little article I found about how she felt at that moment. She said her heart was thumping, became full of dread, and she felt so panicked that she just couldn't breathe.
Honestly, that's the same with me.
Your heart feels like it's going to come out of your chest.
I feel like, when he did it, I feel like he was missing for half an hour.
Yeah.
But actually, it probably wasn't even a minute, 2 minutes, but I was looking everywhere, I was calling him. Say you don't know what way they've gone, people are looking at you like you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I just remember both shop staff just looking at me, just looking right through me. And I literally was like, shut the fucking door. I went mental.
See, I lost Jack in Toys R Us, but he was in the corner, it was at the end of a shelfy aisle thing where there was cars, and there was a little corner nooky bit, and he got himself in there. And I must admit, it was in Toys R Us, and they were really good. As soon as I was running up, going Jack, 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 somebody came over. He's like, I'm going to go and lock the doors, and it was really good.
That's what you want.
Really good. And I mean, thank the Lord that Jack was just in this corner, loving his life.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, she remembers, like, everything was just going in slow motion. She says, I remember this voice in my head saying, not James, not my beautiful boy. This couldn't be happening to me. I didn't even let him out of my sight.
It's funny because I know we've said we've lost our kids in our hearts and that, but I wonder, like, in her situation, is there something like she knows something's got, it's...
Yeah.
I just want, I don't know.
Yeah. And the thing is, well, say you're in a shopping mall, let's say pretty much the majority, in fact, pretty much 99.9% of those people in there, they find a child wandering around. Yeah, all right, they might say, oh, come here a minute, but they're going to take him somewhere and say, look, I found this child.
Yeah.
That's what people do.
Yeah. Oh, I know, especially men, Chris. I don't know how you feel about this, but they done. I can't remember where it was on, probably YouTube or something. But they done this thing where there's kids crying in the shopping mall, and it was only women that approached him. The men were too afraid.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, men are though, aren't they?
And they said it was the men. They were like, well, the thing is, I don't want to get done for paedophilia or anything.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
don't want anyone to think
I'm stealing this child.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do get it, but.
But I mean, like, some guys will stop,
Oh, for sure, some will, yeah.
will.
But generally, they sort of... most of the guys, they sort of had a look and sort of stood there until a woman came and intervened.
Yeah.
So it's like they were watching them, but not really.
Yeah, they were sort of like, do I, don't I? And then someone else intervenes, like, oh, thank God I don't have to. Yeah.
Now, a little later, she actually stopped, well, not later, but soon enough, she actually stopped at the reception desk, told them that her little boy had gone missing, and then they advised her that they get the word out, help with the search, and then, she just described her son, what he was wearing, and on that day, James was wearing a big coat, some gloves, a scarf, and a hat, because it was just a wicked cold day out, right?
Yeah.
So, the mall booth ended up announcing his name over the loudspeakers in the mall, just to make like shoppers and other staff aware that there was a missing child. And they also checked the whole parking lot. So security staff helped her look on the first and the second floors of the mall, and nobody was able to locate him. I mean, every second counts when a child goes missing.
And you just think, if they would have gone outside and checked, they would never have known to do this because they would just assume he'd be in that shopping mall somewhere. But if someone would have gone outside and properly searched it, they may well have found him. You just don't know.
Am I right in thinking they call it the golden hour? If you can find them within the hour, they're usually alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, they didn't know that he was outside.
No, just yeah, exactly. You would just assume he would be somewhere in that shopping centre.
And you sort of kind of telling yourself he's just wandered off.
Well, I mean, like, even like, minutes just seem like hours, right? When they're all panicked and everything, right?
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
Awful.
But they ended up searching top to bottom. But unfortunately, like, it didn't help. Then police were notified after the security and the mother had failed to locate him around the mall. So this is mostly because he was no longer in there, right? Because he'd been walking outside with the two older boys. Nobody else knew this, right? So when police got there, they asked the mom about James, that if he'd leave with like someone he didn't know, if he knew his name and address, could he give his name if he was stopped by someone? And they were just asking these normal questions here, just while getting all the details from his mom.
Yeah.
And he's 2, like, you're right, he's nearly 3, but, I mean, at 3 years old, do you really teach them their last name? Like, they know it, but, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
my youngest didn't know it for ages.
Know your address and things like that. It's just something that you don't teach your kids when really you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But as time passed, now this is like 5:30 by now, the shopping center was closed. And the mother was being comforted by the staff and all that, after not being able to locate her boy, right? They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So now it was getting late, getting dark. So she was just, like, worried, like, since it was cold outside and, she was scared that James would freeze to death and stuff, right? And, like, not knowing his way around the area and all that, right?
Yeah.
So police took this case, like, wicked fucking seriously, right? They actually launched, like, a major search for the missing child all over Liverpool and all that.
Yeah. Like I said, we are sort of half our country away from Liverpool. It's kind of down the bottom.
Yeah.
And yeah, we all knew about it.
Yeah.
It was in our faces.
Yeah, it was massive, wasn't it? Yeah.
So police had their cars out, their traffic cars, all that, telling anybody in a vehicle to be on the lookout for them.
Yeah.
They actually used taxi drivers, too, to put out word on their radio system. Even the bus drivers were told to do the same thing, right? So, like, if anything came up, then he could be spotted, right?
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, everybody pulled together.
Yeah.
If only we had such thing as an Amber Alert, although they wouldn't have issued it because he didn't have a car or vehicle. But, like, I often think, like, in these situations, if you got a text to say there was a missing child, like, would it help?
Yeah.
Because then you would be looking for a child that maybe, like, I imagine people would have passed him and maybe thought there wasn't something quite right.
Yeah, but he's with his brothers or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad everybody pulled together, right? Like, even like sometimes pedestrians would actually come on to assist them too, right? Because, you know, people fucking take care and everybody pulled together.
Loads of people came in and just offered their services, you know, such this, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Now, even some missing persons posters were pinned up all around the area.
Mm-hmm.
Police, like, utilized all the information that was given to them. They used dogs here to try to get a better scent in hopes of finding a trail of the kid. Yeah. And the dogs they used were just highly trained to find, like, specific scents and shit, right? And this is how they would locate missing persons, right? Like, they're trained to follow a scent left by a person or, like, some other source, right? Like, they'd, like, give them a sniff of clothing or something, right?
Yeah.
And then they get the scent from that and then use that to try to locate the person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they even called hospitals here to see if that person was admitted, you know, and other common locations were checked. I mean, those searches are a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it also helped that police, like, kept a detailed log, like, of things, all the details and everything. They asked her, like, people that she might have contacted and all that, right?
Yeah. Do you know, sometimes the police just do a good job.
Yeah.
And then you have other cases where they don't even seem to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, when they're good, they're good.
Yeah. We've always said, what makes one case so famous and what makes other cases not?
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so.
So, the whole police, the town, everything were out looking for James, right? They actually went through the media for witnesses, too. Like, if anybody had seen him leave the mall or seen him around or anything, right?
Yeah.
But no matter what they did, they just kept coming up empty in the search.
Crazy, isn't it? Do you think all the people that would have seen them?
Yeah. But the thing is, you're not paying attention.
You're paying attention, no. You're in your own world, doing your own thing, aren't you? Living your own life.
Yeah, you are.
Now, a little later on, this was around 9 p.m., this was that Friday night, a woman came into the police station and told police that she'd seen a couple of young boys a little earlier on, said it might have been the Bulger boy. Now, what she saw was two other boys who had seemed to be mistreating him. You know, she thought maybe they were brothers or something. They were carrying on, something like that, right?
Was this just like them walking along and she noticed it?
Yep.
Mm.
But I mean, like, it looked to her that the 2-year-old was getting, like, harassed a little bit more than she would like, and this was down on the canal bank.
I know she went to the police and all that, and I get that, but what really fucking bugs me is why didn't she do anything? Because I guarantee you, if she'd have walked over there and said something, they would have probably just given her the kid and gone, because they would have probably actually crapped their pants. Do you know what I mean?
But then, you know, that's the thing, isn't it? Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, but see, I just would.
Yeah.
Well, exactly, right?
I just couldn't. If I saw somebody, like, hitting or shouting or anything at a little kid, like,
I'd have to say something.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching. I'm
like, where's your mum?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I will say, remember, this is the 80s. It's very much like, stay out of my business. You know, everyone was just like...
I know.
And there was abusive families and nobody said anything, you know? It was normal.
I know, but still.
You know, to smack kids around and that, it was just something that happened.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she had this information. This is what she told police that she'd seen, right? So now police had something to go off of, right? Because police feared that he might have wandered around, you know, maybe would have fallen in that canal and drowned or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the canal that he was seen at is located in northern England. It actually links the cities of Leeds and Liverpool. So the whole thing, like construction on this, actually began in 1770. Covers a distance of over 127 miles or 204 kilometers.
Crikes.
So yeah, it was completed in the year 1816. So it took almost 50 years to complete.
Jesus.
So police began searching the canal that he was last seen at. They used scuba divers, and they were looking on foot around like the banks of the canal and shit like that.
Yeah.
Police ended up getting the operational support division. So this was like 18 constables, 2 sergeants, and an inspector. So they had a bunch of people out there.
Yeah.
Now, an old pair of shoes was found in one of the searches, and they were verified by James's mother that they weren't his. So they didn't turn up anything here.
Now, what would the mother be thinking now? Like,
I know.
So police had an idea. They went to use the CCTV system, and they were going frame by frame. Because they could use all these cameras in the mall and shit, right? To see if, like, they could see anything at the butcher's or, like, see James leaving or whatnot, right? So now they were working with the mall security staff. They carried on into the night, and then they were sifting through all, like, the footage and everything, right?
yeah.
So this footage is recorded video from a closed-circuit television system. Now, this is a video surveillance system that captures images and transmits them to a limited set of monitors or other recording devices. So obviously, like, this footage serves as a tool for security, evidence collection, all that. And it monitors, like, in public and private areas, try to deter, like, criminal activity and shit like that. So, like, if people see cameras, they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to fuck around here, right? But, I mean, if you're 10 years old, you're taking a kid, you're not really going to look for cameras.
I bet
They
cameras...
wouldn't have entered their minds.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they were stealing stuff and getting away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, I'm just trying to think when I was young, although the cameras were there, like I said, they're not as good as they are now, and there wasn't as many.
And you just don't think about them at that age. I didn't.
No,
anyway.
I didn't know. I don't even know, like, I go in town, they, like, you watched all the time in town. I don't think about it.
No, you don't, no.
So, kind of like, in short here, like, CCTV systems are actually used to monitor and record activities in various locations, like, you know, public spaces, businesses, homes, and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, after hours, like, searching through footage and shit, all their efforts are rewarded here. They actually pinpoint James leaving the butcher shop earlier that day, his movements, and then the police searched for, like, further clues and shit. So, they confirm that moments after James is seen exiting the butcher's, a panic-stricken Denise leaves the shop and is seen on the ground floor hunting for her son, asking random shoppers if they'd seen him and all that. Now, she was doing everything right, like everything that she could do at that moment, right?
Yeah.
Which is good. So police kept on, and they had high hopes of finding James alive on that Saturday since they found this footage and shit.
I imagine as well, once you see him wandering off with 2 boys, you
would not
probably
think they're
more
going to kill
relieved.
him. Yeah, you think, oh, they've just taken him and...
It's young boys, it's not a grown-up.
Yeah, maybe
You know?
treating him like a doll, or, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't... I mean, obviously, I'd still be worried, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Now, this whole system that they were looking at was like a time-lapse system. It had 16 cameras, generated images every 3 seconds. And you can just imagine police trying to focus through all that key movements and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But, like, police, when they saw little James, he was on the top floor, and he appeared to be following 2 boys. Now, both boys are holding onto James's hand, exiting the mall, and then all seem to be heading towards the exit and in the direction of that Leeds-Liverpool canal. Now, the whole total time that it took them from the time that James left the shop to get out of the mall was 1 minute and 31 seconds.
My
Crazy,
God.
isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole time it was taken to leave the mall. I mean, that's very fucking quick.
And you
Like,
think 1 minute 30 seconds, it probably took his mum longer to pay for her stuff.
I'm literally just thinking, because if you have a chit-chat with who's there and you're wrapping up your lamb
You're
chops...
waiting for your change or whatever. Not like it is now,
Yeah,
it just taps hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even that's like a very quick fucking time frame for a child to go missing just like that.
And for 2 young kids to do that in that time as well, like, yeah, the intentions were 100% there.
So the footage that police watched revealed like the whole haunting, grainy image of the last recorded moments of James Bulger.
It is really grainy, isn't it? And it just looks. You look at it and you just.
It looks sinister, doesn't it? Yeah, but it just looks sinister.
It does. It just looks. Yeah, you just look at it and you think, oh my god.
He's literally holding his hand. He's walking to his death. It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So police looked at this footage here. It was around 1 a.m. And a few more detectives left the police station, which is actually located right next to the fucking Strand Mall, to go check it out.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, like, it probably didn't take them long to get over to the mall and everything, right? So, like, we mentioned it being grainy, so this means, like, it's blurry.
Yeah, so it's like watching little blobs walking along, but you can make it out, you know, you can see his coat and his hat, and you know it's him. I think if he didn't have that on, you couldn't be able to say one way or another.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, like, choppy footage, right? Like, it's just, in short, it was, like, not too sharp a video or clear a video, I guess.
Yeah.
So they couldn't even get, like, a real good look or close-up of the 2 boys that were with James, which fucking sucks.
Yeah, could be anyone.
Well, yeah. Well, at first, the police thought that these boys were a couple of teenagers, so they continued searching well into the next day. So, you know, getting this information out to the media and all that, and this was about 30 hours into the investigation now. So another security guard later on actually decided to check the cameras located around the canal, because he was up around this way. And he just wanted to see if anything looked out of place, and he saw the 3 boys around the area on the camera here, and then he notified police immediately.
That's what should be done, yeah. But at this point, he knows that there's a boy missing, so...
True, very true.
So, I mean, now they had proof, and they had additional CCTV footage here that showed that he had been taken away by 2 older boys. So by the angles of this footage, police were able to get the correct height of all 3 boys, because there was a wall that was nearby, so they used that to measure their height. So now that they knew that the 2 boys that were with James weren't teenagers like they thought, they were actually much smaller.
Again, that would still make me think that he could be alive.
Yeah, it would just, it would.
Mm-hmm. So when it was later broadcasted here, the still frame picture from the CCTV video was made famous here. Like, this is what fucking they posted, and it went ape shit.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about. Like, I can't even. It was everywhere.
Yeah, it really
was everywhere.
Yeah.
And you got to think there was no Facebook, none of that, but everybody knew it. The posters were on shops. If you went in town, they were on every window of every shop.
Yeah.
So now, like, everybody knew that it was children that had taken this little child. So, like, it's a little known fact here, too, that this police investigation actually proved pivotal in the development, expansion, and justification of CCTV systems in the UK, particularly in, like, the public spaces.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole shocking footage of the toddler being led away from the shopping center was just a fucking huge moment, right? So this increased, like, the public's acceptance and the demand for video surveillance around the world,
But this
actually.
is the thing, though, as well. Nowadays, people are like, I don't want to be watched all the time. I don't want to be this all the time. And I'm thinking, yeah, but if something like this happened and it was your child,
you'd want it.
You'd want those images.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want that CCTV.
I must admit, like, we are watched all the time, and I can't say I love it. However, I've got a camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so do I.
I've got a couple of cameras, actually. But...
Yeah, that's because you're a mansion. People break in. Yeah.
No, it's because I got horrible neighbours. But no, I think it's definitely harder now, isn't it, with cameras and stuff? And they're good. They are good cameras.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing that people, you know, have cameras and everything, right? Because, I mean, if shit like this does happen, like you said, right, it's easier to find them out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Now, when Bulger's father, Ralph, when he saw the footage and he seen that it was just 2 boys with him, he kind of felt relieved, right? He's like, he said,
yeah.
Well, I mean, like, he even said to Denise there that he smiled, you know, with relief, because he said he's gonna be all right. He's with 2 young boys, right? He's gonna be all right.
They're out
What could
building
happen?
forts
Yeah,
and
they probably just wanted a little baby to play with, and they've gone off. And
I mean, like, him leaving the shop with 2 boys, I mean, it looked better than him being led away by, like, an adult or, like, a pedo or whatever, right?
100%.
this is it, isn't it? You'd think, oh my god, he's not with a grown-up.
Yeah.
I would.
And you wouldn't, like you said earlier, you wouldn't question it. Like, if he was being led out the door by a strange man, he was crying or something, people would look at him and go, like, something's up there. But if it's 2 little kids and a little boy crying, you're probably just thinking, oh, the mum can't handle him and she told him to take him away. Something like that. You would just... you just wouldn't think that they'd do it. It's just unimaginable.
Yeah, it's like just a totally different scenario, right?
Oh, 100%.
He fucking thought that, they must be going to go play or something like that, right? Taking him to a safe spot because he was lost, something of that nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the investigation continued on. Now, police actually, this is cool, they actually asked the store owners in the mall to unlock all their stores so they could do a thorough search of the entire mall to see if he'd been hiding somewhere in the mall or got lost in a store or something, right?
Yeah. There have been cases of that before, isn't it? Like, people entering a building and never leaving. I've seen quite a few of those.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Brian someone. Oh, what's his name?
Can't remember.
Yeah, but yeah, go on, carry on, sorry.
So yeah, they were just going to go see if he was lost in the store. I mean, there was like 200 shops in that mall. Like, police gathered up like 200 fucking people for the shops, like 1 shop per person kind of thing. And then they went store by store, but they found no trace of James. But police tried to focus on people that were in the video too, like that were shopping around. Like when the boys were walking through like the swarm of people and shit, right? Like they were like, oh, okay, well, we need to find these people because they were potential witnesses.
Yeah, they might know these boys. You never know. You just don't know, do you?
Right? Like, so they had to have them questioned and shit, right?
Yeah.
Now, when they were, several shoppers remembered noticing that they walked through the mall, and sometimes Bulger ran ahead of the 2 boys, leaving Venables and Thompson to cry out to him, like, come back, baby, or come on, baby, like things like that. So they just seen him as a fucking child, right? Not even like just a baby.
It's an object, isn't it? Not human.
Yeah. So yeah, like even like walking through town and stuff here, like police presence during all of this, like whole search and everything was just all over the place. Like people remember that you couldn't walk anywhere without seeing a police officer.
Yep.
So
I can't promise this, but if I remember rightly, they did have a bunch of people ringing in and just giving false information.
I don't think it's false information. Some people do that,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but I think people have seen something
Or thought
and they go,
they have.
yeah, thought they
Yeah.
have, and gone, oh my god, yeah. And there might have been, I mean, that coat that he had on, it was probably sold,
Loads of them, yeah.
where it's sold everywhere.
And loads of little boys have got little blue coats.
Yeah, exactly. And I think people just want to do the right thing. They think they saw something, and that information, might lead somewhere. You just don't know.
You never know.
So I feel like if you think you've seen something, you're better
Say
off,
something.
calling it in and being wrong.
now 2 days have passed, right? So people are fucking panicking, right? I mean, James's family's in extreme distress. Police and family members are still out searching for him. Now, Denise and her husband, Ralph, actually made an emotional appeal for their son's return as well. And, this got on the telly and all that. Now, this whole investigation heads on into Sunday morning, which was February 14th. And, Valentine's Day and shit.
You know, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's supposed to be a day of love. I mean, it's just fucking, money grab now, right?
Yeah.
Chris actually sent me a picture of what he gave his girlfriend on Valentine's Day.
And was it something nice?
It would have been if he hadn't have eaten some of them.
Here are my crumbs.
Oh, yeah, it's the chocolate.
Dropping you in it, Chris. Sorry, love.
I remember that.
I did buy you a beautiful cake, but I ate it.
I just did it for you. Make sure it's not poison.
Yeah.
She's like, did you fucking eat this? Why is this open?
Yeah. So now it came like that,
I
bastard.
don't know. It's a space for you to put a ring or something.
So yeah, I mean, like the whole day just turned into shit, right? a policewoman actually took Denise in her patrol car. They drove around to see if there were any sightings of James. Now, the policewoman, her name was Mandy Waller. When they were over the searching and everything, she got a call over the radio. So the call said, pop by the station right away and switch off your radio. Now, Denise is with her, so, I mean, she knew this wasn't fucking good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then they would have said, like, you know, whatever they're going to say would have been over the whole radio waves.
Yeah.
Now, this right here is when Mandy says they found him. And then even hearing them say shut the radio off, like, she knew it was just a bad sign, right?
Yeah.
You know, and this right here, I mean, it fucking changed their family's lives forever.
Forever. You don't get over that.
No,
you don't get over a child dying in any sort of capacity, but
this. Yeah. This.
No.
To know it was literally, like, you just, all you did was pay for something. Yeah.
So, tale goes here that 4 boys were playing up near the railway line. This is up in the Walton area. They found the body of a young boy.
And there you go. 4 more lives ruined because they just found a little dead baby.
And one of them, didn't one of them die recently?
I'm not sure. I didn't.
I'm sure I saw it. It was literally just the other day, and it was one of the boys. I'm sure it was. I'll have to Google it in a second and have a look. I'm sure it was one of the boys that found him. I don't know if he committed suicide or if he died, but he had loads of drug problems.
Yeah, shit.
I mean, that could be anything, could it?
But some people don't take. Some people can't process things like that. Well,
how do you?
No,
how would
know.
you?
Yeah, no, awful.
Originally, the kids thought that it was like a broken doll or something of that sort, right?
Yeah.
They were just wicked wrong. And when they went up there, they seen his body. They ended up calling police. So the boys that actually found him were around 9 or 10 years old themselves. I mean, obviously, like you just said, like that'd be wicked traumatizing, right? I mean, I couldn't even fucking fathom that.
Yeah, it must be awful.
Also, then, because they saw them go off with little boys, would they be suspects?
Well, yeah, they would have had to have been looked at, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
100%. But I mean, they knew who had taken him.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been hard just to fucking figure that out, right? Like, there's a kid missing and they found this body. It's terrible. So, police had hoped that, you know, this wasn't James, obviously, because they've been searching for him the whole time. But once they got there, they joined, like, other uniformed police. The CIA was there as well. They had entered the whole thing. They had the area taped off. It was all secured. And once they got there, they confirmed that the body that they found was that of young James Bulger.
Oh, see, I knew that was coming, but my heart still hurt.
I know. And they just left him there like a piece of crap.
I think that's what he was to them. Like I said earlier, he was an object. He was a thing. He wasn't a human, a life, a soul. It was awful.
Yeah. I mean, many of the police officers that were there, like, this actually bothered them for the rest of their lives from seeing, like, how fucking brutal he was killed, too.
Yeah.
It does. It affects everyone that has anything to do with it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And not only will it affect them, these police officers, it will also have a knock-on effect in their families' lives.
Yeah. I mean, some people could cope with it and it's fine.
Yeah.
But you just don't know, do you?
No, you don't. You really don't until you're in that situation.
So Venables, Bulger, and Thompson traveled 2.5 miles away from the mall, and they fucking hurt and they beat Bulger the entire fucking time.
It's just
so
like...
sad. This poor baby, like, I just feel so sorry for him.
Yeah.
I mean, torture. It's just, there's no other word. They tortured that little boy to death.
Why are they still not fucking locked up in prison forever? I don't know. I mean, imagine finding out one of them's your neighbour.
Yeah.
No, like I said, it was just a long ass walk for a couple of kids, right? I mean, a lot of it was uphill. Police noticed that James' clothes were also removed from his body. He'd been, like, wicked tortured and everything, just for their own sick amusement. That model paint that they stole, they threw that in his eyes and everything here. They literally beat this kid to death with, like, some bricks that were found nearby. Yeah, and they used a metal bar too.
A metal bar. Oh, actually, now you said that, I can remember that. Oh,
Yeah, the blue paint that was used, it was modeling paint. That was actually from a company called Humbrol Limited. It's actually a British brand and a manufacturer of paints, solvents, and other accessories for like scale model kits.
Yeah.
I've got one in my kitchen right now. My hubby loves them.
Oh, for God's sake. Of course you have.
Now, the company was founded back in 1919. They had their headquarters up in Kingston upon Hull, England. So, just a little bit about them. Now, originally the company was called Humber Oil Company. This is before 1919, because they would like supply like oil for bicycles, like shit like that, black paint, for like, renovating them and stuff.
Nuts, aren't they? You don't even bloody think about it.
Yeah, they really are, yeah.
Now, during the 1950s and 60s here, a dude named Gerald Barton turned Humber Oil Company into Humbrol. So then he developed a range of modeling paints and other like paraphernalia and stuff. They actually stole batteries there too. Police found them. They fucking shoved them in Bulger's mouth.
Oh my
Oh, I just hate them so much. This is why I couldn't do this case. I fucking hate them.
Yeah. Have you ever had a battery in your mouth?
No.
Awful. My dad made me lick one once if he thought it was funny.
No, I haven't.
Awful.
You're welcome. Now, even as I researched for this, there's tales that they say that they might have even shoved batteries into the boy's anus.
Yeah.
But I mean, could be all hearsay, because like none of them were found there during the search and the autopsy.
Mm-hmm. He was brutalised, wasn't he? Yeah, that's regardless of what they did or didn't do, they killed him in a nasty, awful, worst way ever.
Oh yeah. But I mean, police also suspected that Bulger had been sexually assaulted, as his shoes, socks, and trousers and his underpants were removed.
Mm-hmm.
He was also hit with a bunch of random stones and rocks that the boys were picking up off the ground. They even picked the poor kid up and then dropped him on his head, like directly on his head, which caused facial injuries.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they could have done. And what I don't get, this is what I don't get, is the fact that, like I said before, there's two of them. One of them at any point could have been like, I don't want to do this, I can't do this, and gone and got help.
Or looked at his little face and been like, he's suffering, we need to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was none of that.
No.
But yeah, I mean, like, I obviously, I couldn't even imagine that two 10-year-olds could actually commit all of this fucking act, right?
I know.
He's just, no.
Even police thought about, like, how could this level of brutality that was, done to this kid could be done by fucking those two that were going with them, right?
Yeah. People couldn't believe it. I even remember, when it came out, I'm sure everybody thought the same, this, they couldn't have done this.
Well, yeah, the whole final blow here, too, was actually the boys dropped a 10-kilogram or a 22-pound railway fish plate onto his head. So this resulted in 10 skull fractures.
Oh, my God.
10 skull fractures, Jesus Christ.
Is that what killed him, Chris?
Yeah, that was the whole final thing there. That was called what they call a fish plate. So these are used to maintain like the proper spacing and alignment of the rails and shit. So kind of allows trains to pass over them smoothly and safely, right? And these are made of steel. They're bolted or welded to the ends of the railway sections, right?
How did they even pick that up, though?
Thing is, they're 10, aren't they? And there's two of them.
There was I think it was left ajar somewhere. Like it was just kicking around. Like it was just like a broken piece that was taken off.
Yeah.
I mean, nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, even like drop the kid on his head to begin with, and then fucking smash him.
I just don't know how you do that. And it must have been
crying.
I reckon even before they really started to abuse him, I reckon probably as soon as he really walked out of that shopping centre and realised he's not with his mum anymore.
That was that.
Yeah, I reckon he probably was crying and things, or was upset. And how can they could have just left him.
Yeah.
At any point, they could have just left him and gone away.
They didn't have to hurt him.
No, but they fucking did, and it sucks. So the whole like fish plate thing here, just a definition here, it's like a really important part of the railway system here. It's like it helps them distribute the load of passing trains evenly across the tracks.
I've never heard of it.
It's a pretty big fucking deal, I guess. So like they also help prevent the rails from like separating or spreading apart and shit.
I reckon it's those bits in the middle.
I'm trying to think of it,
I reckon it is. I thought they were like spacers. Do you know what I mean? Like, keep it sort of, you know.
Keep it in the right space.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fish plates are like, they're typically used in like conjunction with other track components like the spikes and the tie plates and everything. It just ensures like stability and integrity to the rail system and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, his body was then laid on the tracks and then it was fucking run over by a train.
Oh, I didn't know that. How did I not know that?
I think I pushed most of this out of my head, I think.
How did I not know that? I'm
It's
really surprised
Sorry.
that they managed to find a lot of this out at his autopsy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, his body was just cut in half, right?
I
Yeah.
was going to say, it's like maximum damage. He's already dead. Why do you have to split him in half? You know, like...
Because I can't think they would be thinking, let's lie him on there because it would get rid of evidence.
No,
At 10 years
no.
old, you wouldn't be thinking
They
that,
were
would
just
you?
like maximum...
Well, I mean, the reason that they did this too is try to cover up the beating here.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Make it look like the train did it, yeah.
But I mean, like all the bruises and markings that were on him kind of prove that this was actually like, something way more than an accident, right? That he was placed there deliberately.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Now the boys actually laid Bulger across the railway tracks and weighted his head down with a bunch of rubble here, and kind of hoping that the train would just go right through him, right? And it did.
Yeah.
Oh, as a mother, how do you cope with that thought?
I don't know. I don't know how she's managed to carry on. I honestly don't.
I just want to give her a hug.
I know.
Now the railway system that they used here was the former Walton and Anfield Railway Station. So this place opened up July 1st, 1870. It actually closed to passengers on May 31st in 1948, and it's currently disused. So the two kids like kind of thought that nobody would find them here, I guess, is my fucking call here.
Yeah.
Little James was already dead from the torture and everything, right? Before being placed on the tracks too. I mean, this is just overkill.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not glad he's dead at all, but I'm glad he was dead before that happened because I couldn't even imagine.
The fear.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just...
Then the two little fuckers just left because they didn't give a shit.
No.
And that's it. They left him right there.
Yeah.
I wonder... So, sorry.
Go on.
I was just wondering, because this case was so big, what they were thinking.
What, when it was in the news and stuff?
Yeah, because it was huge.
I imagine they probably quite like that fact.
Yeah, or Venables anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
I reckon they probably quite like the fact that it was all in the news.
Yeah, feeding the ego.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just fucking definitely feeding this guy's ego here, but now the police had a big search that was finally over, and now they had to start the investigation. I'm gonna cut this off into two parts here. And yeah, on the next episode, I guess we'll just we'll talk a little bit more about how they started to investigate the boys and everything there and all the people that they talked to and shit. So I want to thank you guys for joining me, and thank you very much for tuning in to Twisted Tales, guys. I'll have this next episode up in a couple days.
Yeah, no, thank you, Chris.
Thank you,
Love it.
Chris, very much.
Twisted Tales.